this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. Today let us go through the remedial charity which is required to please the planet Sun. So please in the sense that to soften the negative effects of an ill-placed Sun. Everybody can do this charity. It's not that only people who have a bad placement has to do it. But anyway, let me give you a list of charities which can be done and why it has to be done with the technical know-how of why it can be done.
Sir, before starting that, please mention the ill placement. What kind of ill placement?
Yeah, ill placement of a Sun happens as I have told you. We have spoken for the 12 different placements of Sun. Out of that, only 4 are beneficially placed if Sun is strong and normally placed, and or else the rest of it, that is 8 placements of the Sun, is known as bad placement. But still, on a normal note, if Sun is placed along with Rahu, if Sun is placed along with Ketu, if it is placed along with Saturn, all these slow moving or dark planets, Sun becomes malefically influenced, and also when Sun becomes Nicha, it is also having this malefical, that is, it becomes weak. So that means it is a nishprayojaka, that means it becomes useless. So to make it, a little bit active and give some result to the native, we are doing these, I am giving you this list of charities. So the first one out of all would be the most important one, that is, we all know that Sun represents father. So everyone who have gone through, I just made a note of it, I'll just read through it, it's so nice, and because I have made a lot of, before writing this I have thought a lot of it. So, people who have been affected due to the wrath of Sun, that is because of the prakopa, what we call in Sanskrit, prakopa, that is a strong wrath of Sun hitting the native and affecting him or her. So here it very clearly shows that if Sun is totally destroyed in the chart, the native will not have the love, the affection or the protection or the support of his or her father or the earning member. See, this is more important, the support of an earning member. So most of these cases would be that both the parents would not be there and he or she would be an orphan, or the earning member like a father would not be there, the demise of the father, early demise. So to help these people, how to help? Help these orphans who have lost parents in accidents, parents because of some, nowadays parents have died because of the COVID. So these are the children who actually have to be helped, that is orphan children. Orphans. So you do charity to them in the way you can, like you can do charity by donating money, which is an easier way to do. But if you do not really have the confidence that the money is really going and reaching that person, you can do some research. Don't think that giving charity is an easy task. It's not easy. It needs to reach the person who actually is going through the pain. So if real charity has to happen, you need to put some time and effort into it. You need to go, you need to verify, you need to see who is actually supporting that child, and then whether the person who is supporting is, doing the right thing. Many times money ends up in, bars and liquor shops where the person who has taken it will end it up there. So it doesn't go to the child. So we need to first verify. It takes around 2 or 3 days of time, but we can do our best and then we will be happy that we have done our work. So the next most important charity would be donating blood. Blood donation is one of the most important charity remedial measures for Sun. And why? Because blood is represented by Sun And what does it do? It revitalates the body. It gives life. So giving life through blood donation. This is a very important one because we need to propagate blood donation. Young folk in our society should have this habit of donating blood at least twice a year, and this is very good for them, for their own body, because they will get fresh blood. The influx of fresh blood into their body will give them good health for a long time. So it is a win-win situation. You give blood, the person who has received blood also is happy that he got saved, or the family is happy that you saved their life, and it's also that you got fresh blood into your system. Within 28 days, I think the whole system will be as normal as it is, and you will be more revitalized. This is very important. So it is as good as cleaning toxics from blood. The blood goes and you get fresh blood. It's as fresh as it is. So that's one thing which is very good. So the third one, it comes as per the importance. I have written this. So people who destitutes, particularly not all people, destitutes, that is people who don't have anything. So who have gone through fractures, amputation of limb because of accidents. These people don't have even a pie to eat their next meal. They don't know where the meal comes from, and where will they afford to get a good, fracture to be, well treated. They don't have that money to treat. So they will go to government hospitals where treatment happens, but still after that the upkeeping, the maintenance is very bad. I have seen people whose fracture has got mended, but still there is a bend in the leg because they did not have the money to buy the crutch. So they did not have the crutch, and they took some stick and they were walking around, and their legs did not fully recover. So this is a very bad thing for them. It's a very painful saga for them. So if we are able to donate crutches, we can donate limbs itself to them, artificial limbs. This will be a great thing. So this is the third one, donating crutches. Crutch, what is the spelling of crutch?
TCH.
Yeah. Crutches or limbs. Okay, so one very common thing which is actually happening is that when anybody falls ill, we all know that. What do? We go and meet them, and when we go and meet them, we take a big hamper of fruits. We don't take just 2 fruit or one. We don't take 1 pineapple. We take a hamper of fruits, and fruits like I have already discussed about it in my son in the 11th house. That fruits which are red fruits like papaya, like pomegranate, all citrus fruits like oranges, sweet orange, musambi, or what we tell as naranga. So these are all good vitamin C and vitamin B2, B12, B6, niacin. These are very good for the person who is ailing. So that means sun gives you cure, very fast cure. And people who are hospitalized because they are weak, we need to give them fruits, as we know that fruit juices and fruit diet is very good for them because it has a very important ingredient which is fructose, which is not direct glucose. It has fructose, that is glucose which comes through fruits. So this, we all know this. So the poor cannot afford this. You can see that many people in the hospital, in the government hospitals, they can't even afford to eat dal, khichdi, chawal. That is, they can't even eat one bowl of rice and khichdi. They don't have the money. These are all daily laborers. And in India or anywhere in the world, even in the richest of the countries, we can see people homeless. No country can boast that there are no homeless at all in their country. It's absolute bogus. If at all they are doing it, I think they are killing them or they are hiding some this information. So there is no place on earth where human beings are homeless. So if people are homeless, that means they don't have money with them to even live in a shack, a small tent. So that means they will be roaming around. These type of people, when they get admitted to hospitals, they will not even have, what, $10 to even go and buy a good coffee. So giving them fruits, giving them other food, I will come to other planets, but giving them fruits which actually will help you be satisfied, and their blessing is, I'll tell you, valuable, very valuable. It is priceless. So giving fruits to the poor. This is the fourth charity, remedial charity, what we can do. The fifth one, yeah, this is a very nice one, which I like, because I do sometimes this charity. We have done it earlier also. So I like this because it really goes to the person where I meant that to go. I mean that when I feel that this really goes to the person who is hungry. So we have all seen places of worship where, in gurudwaras there are langars, big langars. Langars is a place where it's a community kitchen, and it is actually the community kitchen of the temple or the place of worship. And there people who go there, everybody, there is no caste, creed difference. Everybody sit in the straight, in the same line, and they have their lunch and dinner. 2 times a day langar is served. So they do, the purpose is they do not want people to, fight hunger. Apart from hunger, there are many other things for people to do. So this is a place where we serve, in langars we serve rotis and sabzi. That is the rotis are the wheat bread, and sabzi is nothing but the a type of vegetable curry or vegetable side dish which is used for eating. Not only langars, if you go to the churches, we can see that the bread is used. You see the bread and cake made of wheat is used. So wheat, once again, roti is made of wheat, bread is made of wheat, and you go to the Muslim mosque. You go to the mosque, the langar in the mosque, that is the community kitchen in the mosque for all these people who come on the Friday namaz or Friday prayer. There also you are given the naan, that is the dry bread, dry wheat bread, which is actually done by it's like an earthen oven baked naan. Along with, once again, you get the dal, khichdi, many things with which you can eat. So once again, wheat is used. So please understand. Go to the temples of South India or go to the temples of North India, you get puri sabzi. Everywhere you get puri and sabzi. In the South Indian temples, you get that is the dalia, that is the khichdi, which is made of broken wheat. So please understand, wheat is one of the ingredients which will be used everywhere, spread across all communal temples or communities where actually a community kitchen is held, where people from all walks of life enter. So wheat. So where does that wheat come from to the kitchen? So we need to give it, right? So we can donate wheat, we can donate wheat flour, we can donate even the vegetables, all this to that particular place where it is being really served. So you need to do once again the verification that you go sit there and eat it. The best verification to understand whether it is meeting your requirement is you go to the temple or you go to the gurudwara, you go to the church, sit there, eat it, taste it, and see whether they are doing justice to whatever they are serving, and you will really make a fantastic contribution to that particular place where the God Sun, if I call it God, so I don't have to call it God, but planet Sun, his wrath on that particular horoscope will ease. So, I call it feeding. feeding the poor, but it's not direct. You are not feeding them directly. So most of the places it is not allowed. It's illegal because something happens. Who will come and take care of this person who has eaten it, or you who will tell that I have not done anything wrong? So better give the raw material and you will be happy. So feeding the poor through community kitchen. Community kitchens. This is spread across the world, everywhere in every country. This is available. So the last but not the least, the best thing to do, if at all we are not able to do any of these five. Let us say we are not able to do any of this five. Then what can I do, sir? Keep fruits with you when you are traveling in the car. Keep fruits, all these fruits what I mentioned, like papaya, pomegranate, just keep them with you in a bag. Let's say around 4 or 5 pieces. Whenever you travel, whenever you take out your car, keep them with you. You find somebody in need of food, give a fruit to them. This is the number one, actually. With all this, that's the best, because you are in direct contact with the person. So you give it to him and he will really bless you, I tell you. You do not have to give him money, because you don't know what he'll do with the money. Whether it is actually going to satisfy sun, or it is going to satisfy Rahu, by drinking liquor or smoking his cigarettes. So, everybody has their addictions, indulgence. Nobody can tell that I am, what we tell in Hindi, Doot Kadula. Nobody is that. Nobody has been born directly from heaven, come here and telling that I am personification of God, I don't do anything wrong, I don't think wrong, and that person is not on earth. So when I would speak to my Guruji would always tell, there are only two people, who are the best. Only two kind of people who are the best. I very jokingly he asked this. He told me this. And we were there, we were 4 or 5 people, chatras, that is where all the students were sitting there. And he told there are only two kind of people who are actually blessed and fantastic, spotless. We were just seeing, we did not know what will come next. But he told, the first category is the ones who have not born. The second category is the ones who have already dead. So all those are living. We all have our negativities. So it's best you give the fruit to the hand. He will eat it. If he doesn't eat it, he will feed his children. Somewhere it meets our requirement. So, direct interaction. So this is the charity for son is nothing to do with education, nothing to do with job opportunities, nothing to do with anything other than satisfying hunger, satisfying health, the health needs of a person, and that's it. I'll tell you, this is one of the most basic needs of a human being. Food. So thank you very much for today's class. I hope I have given justice to the topic remedial charity. This is not remedial measures. This is not mantra japa. This is not homas, havanas, or doing any pujas, worship. No, this is pure remedial charity, giving. So we should know how to give and we should be ready to give.
Which can be done by any person of any religion.
Any person of any religion. Here the sun is for everybody. Sun shines on everybody. It doesn't shine only on a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian or a Parsi or a Jain or whoever. Sun shines on everybody, and as good as that, sun does not restrict his power or his wrath. Whether it is benefic or malefic, he will do it to everybody. Thank you very much.
Sir, could you please just
Yeah.
focus this?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.